like a very interactive session. And inshallah, I can see some members of staff. Madam Jallo, you are welcome. Other members of staff? Mr. Hassan, I have Mr. Iuiu working with us in the office of the Rector. Then Dr. Jagenda, I think you have been with him since the preparations for this function are started. My topic, it's unfortunate that the day is almost coming to the end. Very few minutes I have just to share with you what has been presented to me as a point of talking, and I hope I tried my level best not to be too much academic, because as we come here to interact under the environment of annual Ramadan convention, we come to share experiences, we come to interact, we come to network, and see that after this kind of convention, we have something to take home and probably implement for the benefit of ourselves and our communities. Maybe I'm so much delighted that having been here as a student, 1988, You thought it was a joke? And that is part of growth and development of any given system. Allah made it possible for me to study from here, grow through all the ranks, and now part of the management of the university, and coming here to share my few ideas with you. And I hope, inshallah, all of us, we shall go through that kind of process. And that's what is our interest as far as Islamic University in Uganda is concerned. Our topic, very clear, charity as a solution to the contemporary socio-economic challenges. And I wish I could give an assignment. Everybody get a piece of paper, and I'm going to collect. And this is my presentation. No, quickly. Because when I said I was here in 1988, everybody was excited. Let me see. Those who are here 2025, how many years ago? Get a piece of paper. Don't write your name. Just write your age, your gender, and whether you have given any form of charity, and in which form. Quick. And Mr. Lee is going to collect that. And I'll publish that kind of information with the Dr. Jagena. Please, quick. Hey. Okay, listen. Dr. Jagena, I think we are moving forward. Just your age, number of years you have lived on earth. The gender, male or female. And whether you have ever given any charity. Any charity, the way how you understand it. Have you ever given any charity? Yes or no? Okay? And in which form? Money. Okay, most times people may think charity is what? Is money. But any kind of help could be charity. Is it okay? And pull out the paper, Mr. Lee will get it. Please, that is a request, a very humble request. How many are we? Have you ever got, okay, that one is ours, but the information is very, very important. As we sit here and talk about what? Charity. charity as a solution to the contemporary socio-economic problems or challenges, then where is your position? Do you have a kind of background? Please don't take it easy. It's a serious statement. And that's why the organizers thought that this is a very pertinent topic. Okay, it is only that the time is very, very short. I would have taken you so much through. Even the history of Islamic University in Uganda is a form of charity. Okay? So please write down whether you have ever given and in which form. Somebody should do correct. Just be calm, and we shall see those with the text. Not in a very small paper. It's not a ballot paper, but the age, don't forget your age and your gender. And whether you have ever given any form of help, and in which form. Money, okay? Okay, now as we move, our topic is very clear. Charity as a solution to the contemporary socio-economic challenges. Everybody should be aware of the meaning and implication of charity. What is charity? Okay? And already it means that you know what is charity. The moment you have agreed to put a statement on that small piece of paper is evident enough to tell us that yes, you know what is charity. Okay? Please, I want to appreciate your contribution to that information gathering. Then also, as we gather today, we need to understand what are the socio-economic challenges that you are facing in the contemporary world. What is the contemporary world? Maybe this is the generation we are living in, and if we are to characterize the contemporary world, there are so many challenges and so many characteristics, to the extent that as we talk today in the contemporary world, the younger ones are reducing their respect of the elders. You can even move through the corridor and push me away so that you want to pass. But maybe before, could you see people helping the elders as part of our community system? So get to know what is charity, what is the socio-economic challenges, and all that. Charity, this is what you have put on paper. A donation, a kind of help. A kind of help, some kind of aid to those who are in need. To those who are in need. That is charity. And now you can reflect. Have you ever assisted anybody in your life? Okay? I don't know, maybe the experts, the sheikhs are here and sheikhs. If I help my mom, if I help my father, my grandmom, my grandfather, is that part of charity? Right? Yes, no? Okay, let us get it to that level, that whoever is in need, if somebody wants to cross the bridge, wants to cross the road, it's too much busy, border here and whatever, and you get hold of a hand or arm, whatever, that is support which is relieving somebody from any kind of hardship. Okay? And maybe with some small economics, which we know, that charity, a form of transfer payment. You give somebody that kind of assistance without expecting that person to pay back something, or to have done some kind of activity, and then you are paying as if you are paying a wage. Charity comes without any kind of quid pro quo. I hope that those who are doing economics, let me see the hand. My fellow economists. No, No, it is not examination. This is part of annual Ramadan convention. Okay? That when I pay you, either you are going to give me something back. But charity, don't expect that. But somehow, somewhere, as we have some expectations, we feel that those who are giving, they are expecting some kind of benefit in the hereafter, and they feel happy when they see those whom they have helped getting out of the hardship. That is charity. And I see there are so many yes, I've given charity, I've given charity, I've given charity, which means that charity is very, very important in our society. As we come through the Islamic perspective quickly, we see charity as sadaqah, which is voluntary. Nobody is going to force you. You pay, you don't pay, you will see your consequences later on. Okay? But when it comes to zakah, I've left out so many other dimensions of zakah and whatever. Zakah is obligatory. I don't know whether I've misquoted its position in the pillars of Islam. Is it the fourth or the third? Sure. Okay. That's why I brought that in my mind, that some people may say it is the first. It is debatable. Or is there any ranking? Okay, let us not go too much academic, but let us get to know. I know there could be some non-Muslims participating, and if you have come from Iuiu, we know that you have done introduction to Islam, okay, and you know the pillars of Islam, okay, and one of them is zakah, which is compulsory after fulfilling certain what? Standards or benchmarks, okay, and in the literature of zakah, it is mentioned what you expect to see in society. If you are constructing your house and the architectural design indicates that it must have 5 pillars and you neglect one, I don't know what you are heading for. Any engineers here? Rwanga is lawyers, all the lawyers. Please get that quickly. One of the most neglected, I don't know, maybe Dr. Jagenda will help us, maybe to investigate any other pillar which has been neglected. So, zakah, with its importance in societal development, it has been neglected. And probably, this is the reason why we are putting it on the agenda of the 38th Ramadan Convention. Okay? There are so many teachings here, which I feel that everybody can even Google, because some of the information I have here is just click a button on your smartphone and you get a lot of information. So, we are there with the charity, part of it, sadaqah, the other part is what? Zakah. Maybe I wanted also to include waqf as part of charity. I hope everybody here is aware of the meaning of waqf. Somebody commits part of his estate, part of his property to the service of human development. Okay? Your dad or your mom or whatever maybe has an estate, so many apartments, you may say this room or this apartment, I've committed it to the service of Islam or service of humanity. Whatever is going to be collected from this kind of building should be extended to the support of the needy. And now this is the generation where some of us, of my generation, maybe our fathers, your grandfathers, are now suffering. They commit such kind of waqf. When you grow up, you come and see the world, and you challenge that offer. There are so many cases. The lawyers are here. I see some colleagues of mine, friends of mine. If you go through the cases in the Administrator General's office, children are coming up to challenge what their fathers, mothers offered. And when you look at the contribution of charity, Iuiu is part of charity. Government gave in the land and whatever, and the other organizations, you go to some of these schools where we have studied from, the land were donated by our forefathers. But now, today for us, we are coming up and challenge and say, our fathers were mad, we cannot accept this, and we are challenging the offer in courts of law. So please take that. One of the neglected pillars of Islam is this charity or zakah, and it's a very crucial aspect if you are to come out of the challenges of society we are facing today. Okay, and there is one famous, I didn't want to bring so many verses at this, but I know that everybody here has the potential to check. Just get your smartphone, put in what are the verses talking about zakah. You get how many? More than one. Eh? For me, I checked and I said, let me pick this one. But you know, those who are believers, the one who give in, whatever. So let us go with that kind of information. Check through, even when you are seated there quietly. I think there is the Wi-Fi here. Now this 9060, this is Surah Tauba. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, it gives us the list of those beneficiaries. Okay, maybe I was trying to check the translation, Masakin and Fukara. I don't know the difference. But I saw in brackets poor. So I put poor. Okay? Then Zakah collectors, the converts. Then to free the captives, those in debt, in Allah's cause, the travelers. Look at that system under which charity, the component of Zakah, is built. And that's why we go back to our statement. If we neglect that pillar, next minute you are going to be stripped naked by a street kid looking for your small money pass to get what to eat. Why? Because you neglected the payment of zakah. If you had the what? The capacity. And that's why now you are suffering. When you get somebody pickpocketing, remember, maybe you neglected something. So, let us get those verses and hadiths. There are many, and Madam Jaro can even open for you. Everybody can open. Anybody without a smartphone here? That is another survey. Could be one or two. Maybe we need to offer some support so that somebody can get a smartphone. Okay. And that is the current generation statement. As we move forward, the hadiths are there. I picked one. The hotel somewhere, changes into rags, sneaks through the back doors, and goes on the streets and start begging. Correct? I wish, no, the time is not there. Maybe we shall check later on. Whoever gets the video, maybe you share with me quickly. So that, then, this one had run bankrupt. In business management, when you run bankrupt, you need to declare. You have to declare yourself. But for him, he did not declare himself that he had run bankrupt. What he resorted to was begging as a profession, or through those smart channels. Dress very nicely in the morning, gets out of the house, leaves people at home, say bye-bye. They say, may Allah give you bounties and rest. Not telling the wife and children, goes in the hotel, changes the dressing, goes on the streets in the rags, and collected monies. And he was able to pay back the what? The loan. But remember, our verse also takes care of those who are in debt. Then, you see, in those advanced systems, when you don't earn, the system will indicate and puts you in another category where you can be getting the unemployment benefit. But this one was not. And at the same time, the debt was being serviced. And the system got confused, and they had to find out. And they had to explain. Okay? So, that is how we are. But the bottom issue from the Islamic perspective, let us put in our efforts to be the providers of charity, but not the recipients. A solution to the contemporary socio-economic challenges. I was converting into being too much academic. But I think everybody here would understand what is an independent variable, what is a dependent variable, what is a moderator or a mediating variable. We have been told through the topic of our today's convention or submission that charity is a solution, and we don't deny that. Do we deny that? No. Let us put it in an affirmative kind of position that yes, it is true that charity can help us. I don't know when we talk about a solution whether it is going to completely eradicate or just try to minimize, but somehow, somewhere, there is some positive contribution of charity towards getting out of those challenges we are facing in the community today. Okay? And when you look at the contemporary problems you're facing, at the forefront, we have poverty. Those who are conversant with the so many hadiths of the Prophet, one time mentioned that poverty will take you to the position of being a kafir. If you are not very careful and you are poor, you may convert into a kafir, trying to challenge all the powers and obligations of Allah because you are poor. Like now, how do you convince somebody who is poor that when you die, you will enter Jannah, where there's going to be rivers of milk? On earth, you have been begging, and somebody comes to you and says, don't worry. When you die, what is likely to be your end? You enter Jannah. Somebody will find it difficult. And the poor person, most of the times, is telling lies. And if you go through the traditions of the Prophet, telling lies compared to zina and other evils, lies or telling lies is at a higher level. So now, poverty should be fought with the other kind of problems you are facing today. And for me, I believe that as you have put your message here, that in one way or the other, you have contributed to charity. Let us enhance that kind of mindset, that as we give in, shall be solving and reducing some of the hardships in our communities. I don't know whether that one is seen. That is a small conceptual framework, which I know everybody knows. A diagrammatic presentation. We said our independent, the one factor which influences the other processes, or trying to overcome or solve the problems of the society, is charity, which we have accepted. And therefore, we would be expecting its positive contribution. When we give in more charity, we expect poverty to reduce, we expect begging to reduce, we expect school dropout to reduce, we expect street kids to reduce, and all that. But in between there, we need to set up an environment which is going to be conducive for us to achieve that. It is not going to be automatic that yes, we are coming here, 38th convention, singing about charity as a solution to the socio-economic problems. No. It cannot be like that. I wish I had time. I would have asked you, out of the following items, which one do you want to be? Number 1, a wheelbarrow. Number 2, a horse. Are you writing? I was told that. Were you told that I'm a teacher by profession? Hey, that is it. A wheelbarrow. Do you want to be a wheelbarrow? You write the list and put your tick. What did I say? A wheelbarrow, quickly. A bicycle. A car. What else? A horse. Okay, those 4. Which one do you want to be? Okay, another set of choice. Do you want to be a cow in a cage, the zero grazing, or the cow on a rope which we take on the bush and tie it there, or the one free range? Some of us are coming from cattle corridors. Which one do you want? Free range? Okay. At this level of the 38th Convention, it is just 1 year beyond the life of Islamic University in Uganda. Iuiu, how old is it? And the convention, I think there was a year when we had it or whatever, or maybe before Iuiu started, there was a convention here at Nkoma Secondary School. Are there some students from Nkoma Secondary School? Can we recognize them? Let me see them. Stand up, because I'm your OB, OG. Is that possible? We displaced you. Okay. Thank you for coming. For sure, Chairman is saying, please speed up. I speed up? We displaced in Nkoma SS, and Iuiu entered, and the secondary school went to town. But we thank you very much for accepting that. So please, you choose a wheelbarrow, whatever you ask me after. That, sir, what did you mean? And try to have a critical mind on those choices. So we are saying that charity will not help us without any effort. Like a wheelbarrow, it cannot make itself move without putting in effort, lifting it, and make it move. How about a vehicle? Maybe today there are those auto vehicles and the like, but the bottom issue is that there must be some external force to help us move forward. Okay, the conceptual framework I will check, I will share the slides. They are very simple slides. And then, this is what? Charity and the inverted U hypothesis. I don't know whether you have read about this. What do you see between, or the relationship between charity and poverty? We have just brought in one aspect of the socio-economic problem we are facing today. What do you see? Who can tell us? Quickly, because I cannot leave without anybody answering. Today, with artificial intelligence, I may not be the vice rector talking, but could be the vice rector talking. You could be there and you are not the one. I could be people, but this could be all robots. Sure? True or false? I could be also a robot. That's why when you open some of these search engines, they ask you prove that you are not a robot. By doing what? By responding to. And if you don't respond to these questions, what would be my conclusion? Now, what do you see? What is the relationship? Quickly, because the moderator is saying, please, you are killing us. Okay? Yes, give him a... What is the second mic? No, as a teacher. What do you see? Members, look, I see you with the eyes. Stand up so that people can really appreciate.
Okay, in simple, I've seen that when the rate of charity increases, actual poverty decreases at the speed.
That's what you see. Yes. Which side of that? There is side A, there is side B.
Okay, from side A, I've seen that when the rate of charity is still low, poverty increases. In side B, as the rate of charity increases, poverty decreases.
Okay. Let me see. Yeah, you are not a robot. Huh? Congratulations. Another, the sisters, the daughters? No. And the sister is right somehow, but we need to sharpen that statement. What do you see? Do you see me? How am I dressed? Okay. Stand up. Just health-wise, it is good to stand up. There's also another.
When the rate of poverty is high,
don't worry.
the higher the rate of poverty, the lower the child.
Okay. Now, yes, you have proved that you are not a robot. Okay, I think I did not get the name, but the sister, thank you very much. As many as whatever. Then you may be asking your question or asking yourself, what is happening? We try as much as possible, but again, more people are coming on the streets. That's why we go back and understand that some people could be doing that begging as a profession, like feeding you, but still you are becoming malnourished, probably because you are throwing the food to the dogs. Okay? But at the end, we need that turning point. That should be our target. The turning point is highly needed, and through our convention here, we should put it as an action point. How do we come to that turning point? We give in charity and we reduce on the problems. I hope that philosophy is obtained. The sister, please get that relationship. Okay, fast forward. The global volume of charity. I just put in because Dr. Jagenda was calling me. I was in Faculty of Technology. I had a meeting. Then I said, since I'm not a robot, let me just search and find out what is being recorded in our systems. You can even check. I'm not the authority. People don't believe like that. Members, participants, don't believe that I'm the authority. The information is already there. It depends on your mindset and your interest, and click a button and get what you want. But at the same time, as you get what is available, try to check out whether it is true or it collaborates with what you know. Okay, the volume is very clear, and it gives us a very clear position that charity is a very big instrument for us to use and overcome the problems of the society. Okay? People give in. Even in Uganda, if you had time, okay, to record what is the volume of Waqf in Uganda, what is the volume of Zakah in Uganda, what is the volume of Sadaqah. Even when we go to our local masjid here, I've been told one masjid somewhere, they record the charity they have collected on a daily basis. And the imam displays on a chart. That is accountability, which I will talk about later on. I don't know anybody coming from such communities. Whatever they collect, they display. And that is part of accountability. And because of lack of accountability, we may be on the other side of A. So the volume is there, everybody can imagine. 557.16 billion USD. How much money is that? Who has a calculator? What is the exchange rate? Put in and then tell me. I will appreciate your effort. These are billions, don't forget. If you multiply with the exchange rate, okay, to get the Uganda volume, you will find that it is big, big money. And at the same time, just looking at Zakah only, okay, the information which I came across, recorded, is that 192 million USD collected in form of Zakah or refugees Zakah fund. This could be or could have been a small community trying to collect monies through that kind of refugee fund, and they mobilized 197 million USD, which means that we are seated on an opportunity, and if we put it in a very best way, we can solve so many problems in our communities. Maybe this was also another part of information just to show us what are the problems you are facing and how is it distributed all over the world. Poverty, income inequality, somewhere I could not delay to come here because I was looking for that information. Unemployment, lack of safe water or access to safe water, food insecurity, child labor, lack of primary basic education, lack of clean water. I think that one is what? Double reported. School dropouts. These are all socio-economic problems. What are we doing through charity to solve them? And already there are problems which we are facing and we need to handle them. Okay. Now, also lack of basic health, and what percentage is that? 52% of the world kind of population, they are lacking access to basic what? Health. And this is a very big problem for us, and we need to see how we move forward. Okay? Now, the problems are many. And everybody, if you sit in your small room to register what are the social, economic, there is money on one side and there is a disruption in our relationship. You see, when we say social kind of problem, that all of us here, we are concerned. Who is not concerned about child labor? If you know what is child labor, you find babies on the streets selling pineapples, selling maize. Okay? Who is not concerned with the defilement? Okay? That's why, from the Islamic perspective, when the children grow, separate the boys and what? And the girls. How do we reach that standard? So mothers and brothers and sisters, we may be surprised in our houses because of poverty, that you get babies who are pregnant and with the palmed air. Have you ever seen such pregnant babies? Where are the social workers here? I see some law students. Education administration, that is part of our... Have you ever seen a pregnant baby? Who can guess what I'm talking about if you are not a robot? A pregnant baby. Let me see the minds here. Somebody is checking the Google. You can check Google. A pregnant baby. Hey, give him. This is your convention.
Right,
What's the name?
my name is Samari Isa.
Isa, yes.
And sir, I'm just trying.
Don't worry.
Pregnant baby, according to me, is a girl child who and when he's below the age of 18.
Okay. Yeah. That is also possible. The moderator says, please don't extend the mic. But we have nothing to do. This is Ramadan convention. Hey, gender balance. Quickly. Stand up. Stand up. Official.
My name is Abdul. I guess that baby is a baby with question.
Hey, that one is deep. But also,
The baby who is bringing
during COVID, I don't know whether you witnessed that. Girls of primary 6 and 5. You're welcome, madam. All the way from Cambodia. President, you are welcome. Okay? Did you watch that? One time I found the pregnant girls at the age of maybe P6 or whatever, playing which game? You stand here, I stand there, and we throw the ball, and one is in between. Which game is that? But look at that situation. And it was because of poverty and because the household kind of environment was not good. So, all these are problems that we need to do what? To overcome. But how do we need to overcome? We need to work, because you will not give charity if you don't work. Okay? If you don't get employment, you will not give charity. Then, skills development. We need to develop certain skills so that we can be able to earn some living. Okay? I don't know how you are and how you are growing up and which skills do you have. Maybe sometimes we talk about self-help skills. You are alone in the house. Can you prepare a meal for yourself? There is rice, there is firewood, there is salt. Okay? You wait for the mom to come or the housekeeper. Can you make some chapati for yourself? Yes, that is good. Okay, those skills, you can convert them into sources of income. Before you look for a job, and looking for a job these days is very, very complicated. Somebody may say, if you don't give in, I will not give you the job. Especially the sisters, even the brothers here. And therefore, it means that if you have to succeed with the charity, from our inverted U hypothesis, we need to follow these kind of standards. Political stability. Maybe we have brothers from other countries. Sudan, you know what is happening there? And maybe if you look at the history of Sudan and how Sudan was supporting Iuiu, a number of staff, number of students went to Sudan to study for their masters, their PhD. But what is the story now? And if you check through your Google, whatever search engine, you may get a number of more than 10 million Sudanese displaced and going through all these challenges. And what is the issue? What is the cause? Political instability. Then we need household stability. Mothers and fathers, we need to stay together. Okay? Some of you say, if you marry the second wife, I will go. Where are you going? Which home? And do what? Okay. Please don't fight, because this would be helping us to move out of that. Adoption of new and advanced methods of charity collection. Some people can give in using smartphones, and the money is collected, and at the end of the day, it is distributed in the best way. Accountability is a very big challenge, and as I've told you, in that kind of system, let us account for the monies which are collected. We may spend years and years singing, but we don't get the turning point. Do you remember that small graph? We want to move from part A, from section A to section what? To section B. As we give in charity, the problems are going to be going down. Okay? Because of that problem, we need to be more accountable. If you don't know where you are coming from, you never tell where you are going. But I cannot leave this podium without informing the participants that Iuiu has a Zakah committee, okay? Trying to mobilize Zakah and distribute, which is a practical part of our experience. Even where you are coming from, have you heard anybody collecting Zakah? Apart from the masjid that today we have our brother who was traveling from Kapchora, going to Kampala, the bag was what? Was stolen. Can you throw some few coins? That could be there, but at the same time, we need to have a well-institutionalized kind of process of collecting charity in form of sadaqah, in form of zakah, and in form of waqf. In Uganda today, we hear House of Zakah and Waqf. You can check and see what they are doing and all that. Okay? And the different Muslim organizations are doing that, but at Iuiu, we have that. So, charity alone cannot lead to the eradication or minimization of the contemporary socio-economic challenges we are facing. What we need, multiple integrated approaches, okay, and strategies. You check that. Approaches and strategies are required in order to move forward and see and celebrate the contribution of charity to the eradication or as a solution to the socio-economic problems you're facing. Thank you very much. That is it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much, sir. I can tell how blessed you are. You don't know how many gimmicks this microphone has played since morning. And it has played none with you. I don't know which dua you recited last night.
Njagala Rolex mpaye munawe mpaye.
Save tuli energy tukuletedde gas omulungi osika chipusi chapati mberenge oba oli wa hotel usange ekyengera opposite ku lukadde ku Masaka Road essimu 0753915994 oba 0756341354. Save tuli energy is your answer.
Bismillahi tandise nerinnya lya Allah nga njogera kuwekitiibwa Muhammad oyo yekka Allah gwe yasukkulumya ku bitonde byonna. Muhammad Allah yamuwa amannya ge n'amuyita Raufur Rahim yamusalira mu bungi n'okumwagala ennyo awangula. Wa babullahi yurja mayahumul baba yunja wa khairun nasi nahja walahu sadrul muhalla. النبي سلام عليه الرسول سلام عليه الحبيب سلام عليه صلوات الله عليه. ono ye nuru ya Allah yokumacha buli lwevayo ebibadde bizito bifuuke byangu. Qibla Islamic